Hey everyone, welcome back to Micro Adventures. Ellie and Josiah here. We are bringing you a full body workout today. Let's get started on one white or one black spring. And we're going to begin in a super crunch. So have a seat on your back platform. Heels are gonna hook on the carriage rail or underneath your strap. If you wanna pick up a hand weight, feel free. Arms out in front of heart center, shoulders back, chest is lifted. From here, you're gonna start hinging back through the upper body as the legs extend forward, and then bend through the knees and drive your heart space forward towards the knees. Perfect. Now, when you do this one, you wanna kind of think almost like a bear-like motion, right, where your spine's gonna stay really straight. So from the crown of your head to your tailbone, one long line. Good. Broaden through the collarbone, squeeze your shoulder blades together and slide them towards your back pockets. And then really turn on the core, right? So use your abs to pull the knees in towards your chest, right? Really feel that deep and low in the belly. In 4, we're gonna take it back halfway and hold. In 3, 2, so just take it to your halfway point. From here, little pulse those knees in, little pulse in. I want you to really squeeze deep and low in the core. You're here for 4, you're here for 3, 2, hold the lower body steady, upper body pulse it forward, little pulse forward for 4, for 3, 2, and then just hold everything still. Knit the low ribs together, squeeze your abs a little bit tighter, squeeze your glutes below you. Let's go full range of motion, keep it going here. We are gonna get into our right oblique next. So right away, we're gonna get into the right oblique. We will be knees on the back platform, forearms to the carriage. You've got a giant twisted inchworm on deck. Let's go 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So knees to the back platform or you're just sitting, forearms come to the carriage. You're going to swivel your hips slightly to the left so your right oblique angles down towards the floor. Perfect. Find that long line from the crown of your head to your tailbone. Now your forearms are gonna slide the carriage out away from you. Find your furthest point, squeeze through the right side body, start to slide the elbows in and start to lift, side body crunch. So you're piking through the right side of the waistline. Awesome job, Josiah. Love that you're keeping the neck nice and neutral. So a little slide of the forearms forward. And then it's a big crunch. Think about someone karate chopping you right in the right side of your waistline as you lift up. Now, a couple things to note on this one, right? If you're feeling any tension in your lower back, just start to square your hips a little more down towards the floor below you. That should take that out. You wanna feel the right oblique working. Check in that the shoulders are relaxed. Core is nice and tight. We've got just about 10 seconds to go here. We are gonna exit to the left-hand side of the machine for a single leg bear. You've got 5, you've got 4, 3, 2, and 1. So left hand, left toes come to the floor. Right hand comes to the top of your front platform. Right toes will tuck onto your carriage. So you're in a plank and half of your plank's on the floor. From here, right knee is gonna bend in underneath the right hip, single leg bear, and then lengthen back out. So option 1 is to do this in a full plank position. Option 2 is to step your left foot forward, left knee under the hip. So you're in a hovering tabletop with the left leg, and you keep going with the single leg bear on the right side. You're really gonna feel your right oblique working. We've got just about 10 seconds to go here. We've got a side plank on deck. So it's gonna be right forearm to the front platform, knees to your carriage. Let's go 5, 4, meet me in your side plank in 3, 2, and 1. So we go right side plank, right forearm to the front platform. I want you to bring your left hand to that handlebar in front of you, Josiah. Push down into it, lift the right side. Perfect. Now we're gonna float our left leg, our top leg up, flex the foot, roll your left hip forward so it stacks on top of the right hip, and we're just gonna lift and lower the left leg. So you're gonna feel this in the upper outer corner of your left glute. Now I want you really stable in the right oblique. The right oblique is in this nice isometric hold, but now we're starting to warm up the left leg because that's where we're headed next. If you want, you can keep the left hand on the handlebar or the platform in front of you. If you'd prefer, you can float the arm for an extra challenge. Just make sure you're really stable through the right shoulder. In 4, we're gonna float the left leg up and hold. In 3, 2, float that left leg up, hold. Give me little pulses, little pulses, little pulses, little squeeze. Can you get that leg a little higher? You've got 10 seconds. We're gonna meet in a single leg catfish, left leg extended in 5, 4, in 3, 2, and 1. Let's bring our hands to our handlebars. Right foot on the carriage, left leg extended. Now, for an extra balance challenge, the right heel lifts. If not, set the right heel down. From here, square your hips and shoulders to the floor. Extend your left leg really long and straight. You're just gonna pulse the left leg up. Just pulse. Just pulse. So we're in a single leg catfish setup, but we're just doing a straight leg lift with the left leg. Keep going here. I don't want a ton of tension in the upper body, right? I want the trap, neck, shoulders all relaxed. And I want you to point your toes, straighten your leg out as much as you possibly can. Strong, straight leg, reach beyond the edges of your toes, squeeze, right? Where your hamstring and your glute meet, that's where you wanna feel that squeeze. Now, if your hips are a lot higher than the shoulders, bigger bend in your right knee. Good, great job, friends. All right, I want you to eyeball your hand weight that you've left next to your front platform, which I didn't tell you about until just now, so I'll make sure I write that in the notes. We will be stepping our left foot forward to the floor for a front lunge, and we're gonna pick up our hand weight. You've got 5, you've got 4, 3, 2, 1. Step your left foot forward to the floor in front of the front platform. Pick up your hand weight for me, place it between your palms. Now from here, just go ahead and start doing a front lunge. So we're gonna bend through the left knee, hinge forward from the hips. You're gonna take that weight outside of your left knee. We're gonna do a little wood chopper. So straighter arms for me. Good, Josiah. Drive down through the left heel, slowly lift it up. Reach that weight up and over to the right. Good. And Josiah's got limited space, so his arms are not gonna stay straight. He's kind of bending through the elbows, reaching down. So if you're working with limited space, right, you make it work for you. For me, I don't have limited space, so I'm gonna keep my arms straight the whole time. I'm gonna bring that weight down outside the left knee, pause, drive through left heel, reach up and across the body. Once you've got the hang of this, Josiah, let's make sure those left toes are pointed straight forward in front of you. Yeah. Check in that your hips and shoulders are squared to the space in front of you. Feet should be hip width apart, right? So it's not a tightrope, it's like railroad tracks. You're getting a lot of extra work for your core and your shoulders here. Now we'll start to add on if you want a little bit more of a balance challenge. As you lift the weight up and across overhead, as you come to the top of your lunge, you can go ahead and pull the right knee in towards the chest for a standing knee raise, and then gently tuck the toes back to the carriage and set it back down. So that is your option to add on. You don't have to ever add on any extra options, right? Options are just that, take them or leave them. We're gonna meet down in our lunge in about 15 seconds from here. Relax your shoulders. Good, your eye gaze is gonna follow your hands, and that's gonna help kind of emphasize this twisting motion in the waistline. Let's bring it down in 3, hold your lunge, weight at heart center in 2, weight at heart center, hold. Give me a little hinge forward from the hips, a little more weight down through the left heel. Let's go carriage kicks. Back knee is gonna come in nice and slow, and then right back out. Awesome job, Josiah. Way to get low in this one. Energy down through your left heel. Okay, you wanna try to find a 90-degree bend in that left knee. You want a little hinge forward from the hips so your chest is over your left thigh, bringing more body weight there, more core engagement, shoulders relaxed. You're here for 4. Let's go back to our front lunge with a wood chop in 3, 2, 1. Let's go back to the lunge with the wood chop, with the knee balance option, up to you, or you could do just a regular front lunge. We've got just about 15 seconds to go. We will be going to 1 red spring. It's going to be left foot on the front platform, right foot on the carriage. We're gonna hit some outer thigh squats with a little press in 3, 2, and 1. So stand up, set down your weight. We're going 1 red spring. Left foot's gonna be on the front platform, right foot on the carriage. Feet inside the straps if you have them. Send it out just a little bit wider than your hips. From here, as you sit your hips down and back, you're gonna push the carriage out further. Your body weight is gonna stay even between both legs. Pause there. Seal down the outer edges of the feet. Make sure the knees aren't collapsing in. And then slowly, as you lift up, you're gonna allow the carriage to come back in just slightly wider than your hips. So look at that Microformer logo, look at the letters. Stop at the same place each time. Sit down into your squat, push away through both feet. Body weight stays even. Drive through the heels, squeeze your glutes, resist the carriage slowly in. Keep going here. So this is our squat with a little outer thigh press as we sink down into our squat. So just making this movement a little bit dynamic, right? It's like squat and standing outer thighs sort of had a love child, and this is what it would be. So as we sit down into the squat, we press out. Good, pause, absorb the spring tension with both legs, slowly rise to standing as the carriage drifts in. Excellent job, Josiah, and way to keep your body weight even. So you're not gonna see this move again. It's really important that your weight stays even in both feet, which means as you push the carriage out, you have to take your torso with you so that you're staying centered between both of your legs. In 4, we've got a little hold. In 3, 2, bring it down here, hold. I want little tiny flares with the knees out, little tiny flares. And these flares initiate up here in the outer edges of your glute. Think about your entire thigh bone rotating out, little out. It's a super small movement, but you should feel your outer glutes right away. You're here for 4, 3, 2. Hold that little flare of the knees wide. Good, sit your glutes down and back an inch, drive through your heels, lift up an inch. Down and back an inch, lift up an inch. You're here for 4, back to full range of motion in 3, 2, 1. Drive through the heels, slowly lift up, allow the carriage to drift in. Right back down and out. Awesome job, friends. We're gonna go just about 15 seconds here. Runner's lunges on deck. Pivot to the left, just a little quarter turn. Left foot stays on the front platform or the floor in front of the platform, right toes on the carriage. Let's go runner's lunge in 3, 2, and 1. So quarter turn to your left. Right toes will stay tucked on the carriage. They can be in the strap, they can be in the nook, wherever is comfortable. Left foot's pressing down into the front platform or the floor in front of the platform. Back knee is gonna slowly bend in, slowly and with control extend out. Good. Try to keep your neck nice and neutral in this one. So however much you hinge forward, think neck stays in alignment with the rest of the spine. Really good. Knit your ribs together. Soften your shoulders. And focus some energy down through your left leg, right? So left knee is right over the heel, and you're really pushing your foot down into the surface below you. That is gonna help fire up the back line of your leg. Nice job. Josiah really likes it when I mess with him while he's taking class, don't you? I just got a big eye roll. In 4, let's bring the right knee under the hip and hold. In 3, 2, bring the right knee under the hip and hold. So both knees are really bent here. Now listen, this is gonna be super small. Give me those little tiny knee flares again. It's gonna be so small you might not even see it, right? So tiny little flare, you're just squeezing the outer edges of your booty, little pulse out for 4, for 3, good, 2, 1, hold it here. I want you to find your lowest point. Bend through both knees, sink it down really low. Keep the carriage steady. Drive through left heel, squeeze left glute, lift it up. We're gonna go split squats here. Good, so big bend. You're sinking your right knee down towards the machine. Feel the burn in the right quad. Pause, drive through your left heel, squeeze left glute as you lift up. So sink it down. Think about dipping that right knee down nice and low. Feel the burn in the quad. Pause, drive through left heel, squeeze left glute, slowly lift it up. Amazing. Keep your carriage steady. Okay, think no movement in the carriage. If the resistance is too heavy, step your left foot forward to the floor or further forward on the floor. In 4, drop it down low and hold. In 3, 2, drop it down low, hold. Both knees are bent. Now from here, I want you to tip forward from your hips. Bring your chest further forward over the thigh. Keep the bend in the knees. Sweep your arms back behind you. Squeeze shoulder blades together. Slide them towards the back pockets. Pump the arms. Pump them, pump them. 15 seconds. I want more energy down through that left heel. Let's go. Push down through the left heel. You're here for 8, 7. We go back to runner's lunge in 5, 4, 3, 2. Right here. Lift the chest just a tiny bit. Go back to your runner's lunge, or maybe keep that hinge for the extra challenge. You've got 20 seconds left in runner's lunge. We are going to 1 white or 1 black. We're gonna turn around. It is escalator lunge. Left foot on your carriage. Good job, team. Less than 10 seconds. Sink it down a little bit lower. Energy in the left heel. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Turn around, change your springs. We're going 1 black or 1 white. Left foot's gonna step forward to your carriage. Right toes are tucked on the front platform. Escalator lunge. So just take a little time to get into this one. Good. Pause at your furthest point, right? Really press down through the left foot, slide the carriage back towards you. Think about your left outer hip wrapping back behind you and the front of your right hip crease wrapping forward. Nice. Awesome. Perfect. We've got a little bit of a bend in our right knee, so we're not stressing out that right hip flexor. And this is going to be the last thing we do for our left leg, so be really mindful, right? Are you close to your edge? Do your legs feel like they're almost fully cooked? And if not, I need you to pause in the lunge. I need you to go slower. In 4, let's bring it down and hold. In 3, 2, we're gonna find our hold here. Wrap your outer left glute back, front of right hip crease forward. Good, freeze your left leg, energy down through the left heel, freeze the left leg. Let's go moonwalker, bend the right knee in nice and slow. Left knee stays right over the ankle, perfect, Josiah, and then lengthen back out. So you're staying in the bottom of this lunge the whole time. Good. Keep thinking about your left glute reaching down and back to the floor behind you, right? So we're really sitting our weight back into that left glute. You've got 5. We're gonna bend the right knee in and hold in 3, 2, bend the right knee and hold, sink it down a little lower. Dip the right knee towards the machine. Good, drive through left heel, lift up, split squats. Again, keep the carriage steady. So now we're not resisting all that spring tension. Now we're stabilizing our body on this unstable surface, and you might start to get some little tremors and some little shakes. I'm seeing it. I hope you are getting those at home. Maybe a little drip of sweat dropping over your brow. Perfect. Keep going with your split squats. Keep it slow. In 4, we're gonna hold it down. In 3, 2, bring it down, lowest point, hold, lengthen back out into your lunge. Now let's go escalator lunge, full range of motion. Drive through your left heel, slowly lift it up with control. So good, right back down. You've got 30 seconds left on your left leg. Pause every time you come into this lunge. Take your time. Good, we've got 20 seconds to go. We are headed to the back of the machine next. We are gonna get into a super crunch with a twist. You've got 10 seconds. Bring it on down, final 10. Just hold that lunge. Maybe hinge forward, maybe pump those arms, little long jump. Last 5, last 4, last 3, 2, and 1. Head to the back. We're gonna have a seat on your back platform. Heels are gonna tuck onto your carriage. We're going super crunch with a twist, okay? So hands behind the head or across the chest, right? Shoulders back. We're gonna twist to one side with the knees in. As you send the legs out, lengthen out through center. And as you bend the knees, twist to the other side. So I like to keep my knees squeezing together because that tells me if I am moving my hip creases, right? So you wanna think about this one, bringing shoulder towards knee and both knees come in evenly. Hips don't rotate, right? We're rotating through the waistline. Good, keep going with your twist side to side. You've got just about 15 seconds left in this move. We've got our giant twisted inchworm on deck. So it will be forearms to the carriage, knees where your glutes currently are, and we're gonna hit our left oblique. Let's go 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So knees on the back platform, forearms to the carriage. You're gonna open your hips slightly to the right so that your left oblique angles down towards the floor. Good, from here, we're gonna slide the forearms out away from us. And then it's a big side body crunch on the way in, right? You're lifting through the left oblique. Nice job here, Josiah. Squeeze your inner thighs together. That can help you get a little bit deeper into the waistline. And you'll notice the swivel of Josiah's hips is really subtle, right? He's just angled his left oblique slightly to the floor, so he feels it working more than the right side, okay? If you stack the knees one on top of the other, you might start to feel some pinching in the lower back, maybe a little bit of uncomfortability in the hips, right? So we're just getting enough rotation to feel our left oblique doing the work. Check in that the shoulders are relaxed. Shake out the neck if you need. We've got 10 seconds until we go into our single leg bear. You'll exit to the right side of the machine, right toes, right hand to the floor in 4, In 3, 2, and 1. Let's go single leg bear. So right hand, right toes to the floor, left hand top of your platform. Find that strong plank position, shoulders away from the ears. Left knee is gonna bend in, single leg bear. Left leg is slowly gonna press out. So this is option 1. Option 2, step the right foot forward, so right knee is under the hips, so you're in a hovering tabletop. Left knee is gonna bend in. And I find option 2 to be just a tiny bit more manageable than option 1. So play around with it. If you're looking for an advanced option, you could try floating the right leg off the floor. It's super intense, but we've got just 15 seconds, okay? Strong in your plank. We're gonna go side plank next. So left forearm to the front platform, knees to your carriage in 4, in 3, 2, and 1. So left forearm to the front platform, knees to your carriage. Let's find that side plank. Bring your right hand to the high handlebar in front of you, push down into it, lift the left oblique away from the floor. Stable in your left shoulder, float your right leg, flex your foot. Let's lift the right leg up and tap it down. Now, your right hip should be perfectly stacked over your left hip, and you wanna flex your toes towards your face. So those toes are pulling up towards you. Nice, Josiah. You should feel the outer side of your glute working right away. How you doing? You need a little more spring support?
No.
He's just gonna suffer through it on this white spring. Okay. Squeeze your right glute. Okay, left oblique is still working. Push down to left forearm, lift left side waist away from the floor. In 4, hold the leg up. In 3, 2, hold it up. Give me those little pulses, 10 seconds. We go single leg catfish, right leg extended. You've got 5, you've got 4, you've got 3, 2, and 1. So hands to the high handlebars, left foot onto the carriage, right leg extends, square your hips and shoulders down. Abs are tight. Send your right toes really strong and straight behind you. Squeeze your glute. Give me a little pulse up. Up an inch. I want you to squeeze where your hamstring meets your glute and lift from there. If you're looking for more of a balance challenge, lift your left heel off the carriage. Soft bend in the left knee, regardless of whether the heel is lifted or lowered. Abs are super tight here. Leg is really strong and straight. So you're warming up that leg, and just be grateful that I didn't put you in a straight leg bungee kick. This is actually kind of the same thing, right? I want you to find the squeeze and lift, create your own resistance. And of course, you've got gravity working against you. Lower back, right? No movement. Should be able to balance my stopwatch on your back and be all good. You've got just 15 seconds to go here. We will be stepping our right foot forward to the floor. We're gonna grab our hand weight. We've got our front lunge wood chopper. You've got 5, you've got 4, 3, 2, 1. Step the right foot forward. We're gonna get into our front lunge with a wood chopper. So, strong straight arms. You're gonna find that bend through the right knee. You're gonna reach your weight outside the right knee, drive through right heel. Weight reaches up and over the left shoulder. Good, nice work here, Josiah. Okay. You could keep the arms bent as you twist here if that helps. Okay. Yeah, perfect. So Josiah doesn't have a ton of space because there's a wall in front of him, right? And we know that that happens at home, right? I know you guys have limited space that you're working with. So make the moves work for you, right? There's always an option that's gonna work, or an exercise that fits in the space you have that's working the same muscles, right? And I know you know enough about these movements and this workout to figure out what you need, right? There's no excuses. All right, here's the deal. If you wanna start to layer in that knee lift option, right? That balance option. So from the bottom of our lunge, we drive through the right heel, we lift the weight up, and then we float the left knee out in front of the hip, right? And then we slowly tuck the toes back to the carriage and we take it down. So, balance challenge, right? We're constantly balancing on this machine, but this is just adding a little bit extra instability. Awesome. And remember, right? Options are just that, take them or leave them. Whatever's working for you, but I want you to know, every time you wiggle and wobble and shake on this machine, your core is getting extra work, and all the little muscles Like, think about all the little muscles that wrap around your knee, all those little tendons, all those little ligaments, everything that wraps around your knee is getting a little bit of work, right? Which is gonna help stabilize our joints, which long-term is really good for your body, right? When we challenge our balance, we're strengthening our balance so that if we're about to fall down a set of stairs, which I do literally almost every day, you catch yourself before you fall on your face. Good. In 4, let's bring it down and hold weight at heart center. In 3, 2, bring it down and hold weight at heart center. Maybe a little more hinge forward. Back knee is coming in. Good. Back leg is extending right back out. So just give me those little carriage kicks. Awesome job. 15 seconds in this kick. We are going back to our lunge. Great work here, friends. In 5, let's go back to the lunge with a wood chop. In 4, 3, 2, back to your lunge with a wood chop. We are going to 1 red spring next. You've got 10 seconds. It will be right foot on the front platform. You've got standing outer thighs. In 3, 1 red spring. In 2 and 1, change those springs. We go 1 red, right foot on the front platform, left foot on the carriage. If you have straps and are using them, feet inside the straps. From here, hinging forward at the hips, press the carriage out with straightish legs. Good. Pause at your furthest point. Seal down the outer edges of your feet. Slowly resist that spring tension in. Great job. So this move you only see once. I really need you to work both legs evenly. That means you press down through both edges of the feet. And just like when we did those outer thigh squats, your torso is going to move. It's going to stay centered between both of your legs. So the way to know if you're working one leg more than the other, notice if your body weight's shifting over the front platform. Okay, I need you to take your body weight out over the machine. And if that feels really uncomfortable for you, you need to add another spring. So add on a black spring so that you have a little bit more spring support underneath you, that you feel comfortable centering your body weight between both legs. In 4, let's send it out and hold. In 3, 2, send it out, hold. Seal down the outer edges of both feet. Check in that the knees aren't knocking in. Give them a little flare out. Good, give me little pulses. Out an inch, back in an inch. Abs are even tighter, shoulders are relaxed. You're here for 4. You're here for 3, 2, with control, full range of motion. Slow yourself down. And think about working your end range here. Okay, this is the last move we're doing on this heavy spring load. I want you to really push it. Awesome job, Josiah. Great work, everybody. All right, 15 seconds. It's gonna be a pivot to our right. We're going runner's lunge. In 4, in 3, 2, and 1. So pivot to the right. Right foot stays forward on the front platform or the floor. Left toes are tucked on the carriage. Bend through both knees. Drop it down nice and low. And then get into your runner's lunge, right? We're kicking back with the left leg. We're resisting in with the left leg. Awesome. Whoo, yes. Okay, couple things to note here, right? Side 1 and side 2 are gonna feel different in our bodies. It's not because one side is necessarily stronger or weaker, right? Part of it's just that we already worked our left leg and now we're asking our left leg to kick this carriage in and out. So that being said, if you feel like you need more resistance on your left leg, your left foot's at the front edge of the carriage. If you need less resistance, your left foot's near the back edge of the carriage. Likewise, less resistance, you can step your right foot forward to the floor. I want you to sink your hips down and back. I want you to focus on going slowly and staying in the exercise. Okay, the worst thing you could do right now is stand up and shake it out. Right knee over the right heel. Actively push your right foot down into the surface below you the entire time you're here. Good. In 4, we're gonna bend the back knee in and hold. In 3, 2, left knee is really bent right underneath the hip. Hold. Give me those little teeny microscopic knee flares. A little squeeze in the outer side of the glutes. The knees might not even move. It's just a little squeeze. Little squeeze. Good. Nice job, Josiah. 10 seconds. We're gonna go right into split squats. You're gonna drop it low first before you lift up. Here's 4. Here's 3, 2, hold the knee steady, drop it down, lowest point first, drive through the right heel, squeeze the right leg, slowly lift it up, good. Dip the left knee straight down towards the logo, feel the left quad burn, Drive through the right heel, slowly lift it up. Awesome. I'm seeing lots of tremors in Josiah's legs, which means you guys might be shaken. Stay with it, right? You've made it to the point where you've gotten to this tremor in your body. This is the good shit. This is where your muscles start to change. In 4, drop it down low and hold. In 3, 2, bend through both knees, drop it low, hold. Big hinge forward from the hips. Squeeze your shoulder blades down and back. Reach the arms back behind you. You've got that long jump. Pump the arms, pump the arms, pump the arms. Shoulder blades together. Fire up your triceps. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. You're here for 10 more seconds. We go back into our runner's lunge. Maybe you keep this hinge forward. Maybe you keep all that weight in the right heel. In 3, 2, runner's lunge. Do not stand up. Stay with me, team. You've got this. Breathe into it. Stay low. 25 seconds left in runner's lunge. We are moving into our escalator lunge next. Stay low. Okay, last thing on this heavy spring load, drive into the right heel. 15 seconds, we go to 1 white, less stable, 1 black, more stable. Whatever you need, 1 white or 1 black. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Turn around, change your springs. 1 white or 1 black. Step your right foot onto the carriage, and we're going escalator lunge. Just take some time to set yourself up. If you need a balancing tool, grab it. Take some time to square hips and shoulders to your back platform. Awesome, right? And then when you start to hit that lunge, right, pause every time you come down into your lunge and just check in. Are my hips and shoulders square? Where's my right knee, right? What are my abs doing? What's going on with my neck, my shoulders? Okay, I want you to just run a little tally list through your body. Notice where you're feeling the challenge in your muscles. Notice if you're feeling any tension or pain where you shouldn't. And start making some adjustments, right? Adjustments to challenge your body in these moves and adjustments to, there was something I was gonna say. Adjustments to challenge your body and support your body. That's what I was gonna say. Adjustments to support what your body needs, right? This is already really tense in the backside of your right leg. You don't need to be tense in the head, neck, and shoulders too, right? So soften them down. Let's bring it down. We're gonna find our hold here. Wrap your right glute back. Front of left hip crease comes forward. Freeze your right leg, right knee over the heel. Let's go moonwalker. Bend through the back knee. Slowly lengthen it right back out. You're doing awesome. Stay low, stay focused. Good. Just bend and extend through that left leg. Nice job, Josiah. Awesome work. Love the focus. Let's go 10 more seconds like this. We're gonna move into that split squat variation. You got this. In 4, bend your left knee in and hold. In 3, 2, bend the left knee and hold, sink it down. Left knee drops to its lowest point. Drive through right heel, slowly lift it up. Find your depth in this. You're only at your lowest point for a second, so drop it down low. Good. Drive through right heel, slowly lift it up. Awesome job. Love the tremors, love the shakes. Drop it down low. Drive through the heel, slowly lift it up. Whew. All right, friends. In 4, we're gonna drop it low and hold. In 3, 2, bring it low, hold. Lengthen back out, bottom of your lunge. Go full range of motion in the lunge. Drive through the right heel, slowly lift it up. You've got under 30 seconds. We got a quick little burnout for the inner thighs to finish off our leg series. Nice tempo, nice control. All right, let's bring it down. Final 10 seconds of this lunge. Bring it down, hold, maybe some long jump arms. Finish out escalator lunge. It's gonna be a little pivot to our left. We're going inner thigh squats in 5, in 4, in 3, 2, slowly bring it up. Pivot to the left, sit it down into your squat hold. So find your squat, hold it here. Get a little bit more space between the carriage and the platform. Make sure your body weight's even, and just give me a little flare of those knees, little flare of the knees. You're here for 4, for 3, 2, hold. Sit your glutes down and back an inch, lift up an inch, down and back an inch, lift up an inch. You're here for 4, 3, 2, hold. Send the carriage out half an inch further. Trust me, take your body weight with you. Drive through your heels, slowly lift it up. 2. Slowly lift it up. 3. Slight bend in the knees on 4. Take it down. This is your finisher on your legs. We have our final move on deck. We're gonna finish out class with a little bit of a ladder. Good. Find your depth in your squats, relax your shoulders, recommit to your core. Awesome job here. All right, in 4, down hold in 3, 2, in your best squat right now, hold. Give me those knee flares for 4, for 3, 2, pulse it down and up an inch, for 4, for 3, 2, hold everything steady. Can you send the carriage out half an inch more? Let those inner thighs feel it. Final 10 seconds. We are getting into a kneeling plank, knees to the front platform, hands to the carriage. In 5, in 4, in 3, 2, 1. Knees to your front platform, hands to your carriage. I want you to find this kneeling plank position, hold, find your core. We're gonna do a little bit of a ladder here. So you're gonna give me 2 push-ups, 1 and 2. Challenges, you can always do these up on your toes. From here, you're gonna tuck your toes to the floor, lift the knees up. You're gonna give me 5 bears, 5. So 5, nice and slow. Take your time. You got 4. Good, try to stay with me, slow and steady. Here is 3. Hips level with the shoulders. Try not to look towards your knees, eyes on the numbers on the rail. 1 more bear here. Okay, when you finish this last bear, hold your plank, set your knees down slowly. Give me those 2 push-ups. 1 and 2. Toes tuck. You're going 4 bears this round. Okay, so 4, nice and slow. You've got 3. Okay, so you can kind of see where we're going with this. You might not be quite on pace with me or Josiah. 2. Last one here in this round. You'll lengthen out to your plank. You'll set your knees down. You go 2 push-ups. This time it's going to be 3 bears. Then it's going to be 2. Then it's going to be 1 bear. And we're going to hold in that hovering bear to finish out class. So I'm just going to kind of guess when you've gotten there and finished, but don't quit here. So here's our 3 bears. Nice job, Josiah. 2. Awesome. We're only counting down those bears from here. Knees down, you go 2 push-ups. Awesome. You're probably on that round of either 2 bears or 1 bear, depending on how quickly you're moving through these. But listen, we're gonna hold in that hovering tabletop, that hovering bear position to finish things out. So there's your 2nd bear, nice work. Knees set down, we go 2 push-ups. Oh, here it comes. If you're already in that tabletop, keep holding. Final bear, you're just gonna tuck the toes, bend the knees in, hold that hovering tabletop for me, lift the hips up an inch, final 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, knees down, child's pose, hips to the heels, stretch the arms forward. You are done. Awesome, 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 awesome job. I am so proud of you. And don't DM me about that finisher, I'm sure. I know, that was a brutal one. Let's slowly bring ourselves up to seated, up to standing. Okay, let's just roll out the shoulders a couple times. So inhale, draw the shoulders up. Exhale, slide them down and back. Again, deep breath in, shoulders way up. Exhale, slide them down and back. Let's take 2 deep breaths. So turn to face us. Inhale, circle, sweep, arms all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. One more time, deep breath in, all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Great job, friends. Awesome, awesome work. I hope you love this class. Please do it again and again, and we will see you again real soon. Bye.